Hello. Welcome. Thank you for the hydrate right off the bat. That is honestly going to be a very important redemption today, just because I am sick. So gotta make sure I drink a lot. I will probably be doing that quite a bit, even without the redemption today. Hi, Alti! So yeah, you probably saw. Um, I do have COVID. I just tested yesterday for it when I got home from work. So I'm stuck in my room. But it means more streams. Obviously, today's Thursday. I wouldn't normally be streaming today. My symptoms actually are not that bad. It's just like a runny, stuffy nose and stuff. That's the main thing, honestly. So, it's really not that bad. Um, but I was like, I don't know what to do. Um, for these next few weeks before Legends Arceus. Obviously, today we're gonna go back to Breath of the Wild. I don't know if we're really gonna make progress on 100% completion. We'll maybe spend a little bit of time doing that. Um, but today I honestly want to. Thank you, thank you for the snack time emote. Today I honestly want to focus more on learning how to do glitches. So that's going to be the focus for today. And that is also why my do a glitch redeem is not available today. I turned that off for today because that's what I'm going to be doing most of the day, and so that would just be a complete waste of points to redeem do a glitch when I'm literally spending the whole day doing glitches. So, Turbo, hello! My god, that peaked my microphone. Why is that peaking my microphone? Let me turn down my microphone a little bit here. What the heck? Okay, yeah. Turning down the microphone a little bit so that it doesn't peak it. uh... Oh, sure. Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, we had planned to do it tonight, I think, right? We had already said that we wanted to do that. So yeah, since I'm streaming now, I'm not gonna go live for it, just because I don't necessarily want to do two streams in one day, because it's the extra pressure of streaming and whatever. Um, but I would totally be down for Stardew later. Obviously, you can go live if you want to. I just won't be hitting the live button. Um, I still need to fix my stuff. The green screen effect, I know it looks really fuzzy right now. That's just because the green screen isn't super well lit. Oh, oh my god, camera, can you please focus? Thank you. Um, that is something that I'm going to be looking into at some point, is maybe just getting some lights that I can permanently have sitting on like either side of me here to light the green screen so that it actually works better. Um, I have a light, but it doesn't do it very well, and I can't get it into a good enough position to be able to light the green screen. But I say let's just go. Oh, I mean, that works. I mean, I do have a ring light here right behind my camera, and it definitely does help a lot. Like if I turn off the ring light, like look now. This is without the ring light, and this is with the ring light. So it not only does it light me up, it lights up the green screen at least a little bit, makes it a little bit better. But I'm going to end up at some point just investing, as I said, in lights to that I can just set up and take down and stuff. Because while I will be streaming a lot more while I have COVID, and like I'm barely even changing anything. Like I'm not even putting my green screen fully away right now, just because I'll be streaming so much more. Like normally, like on Monday after I'm done streaming, I would take it down, pack it up, and put it under my bed and whatever. But I'm just leaving it up right now. I'm just leaving it. But yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and get into the game. No, that's Hollow Knight. Oh, that's right. I gotta switch the cartridge. Hold on. I don't even have the cartridge in it because I've got the cartridge for Age of Calamity in the Switch right now. So take that out. That goes there. And that's gonna go in there. Game looks like it's at a decent volume for me, or for you guys. It was a little quiet for me. I just had to turn up my headphones. Nice. Wow, you cannot see chat at all right now. Oh my god. Oh well. Oh, that's right. It automatically does it like this. I forgot to check if the numbers here are actually correct. I think 143 and 71 are correct, but I just forgot to check if it actually is correct, so let me run over here real quick. My god, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a long time. We could try Trial of the Sword. Okay, 71, 143. Yep, that is correct. Cool. I don't want to necessarily do Trial of the Sword right now. As I said, today is not really going to be focused as much on making more progress today as it is learning glitches. So I want to definitely want to spend time learning glitches and stuff. And the first thing that we could do is try to get more consistent doing the scope clip from the Shrine of Resurrection. Now, when I get this clip, you don't need to clip it. You don't need to clip the clip, because I already have a clip of the clip. Ulti, you're the one that clipped it. You clipped it when I did it before. So the clip, it's a pretty simple clip. It can be a little difficult to execute, though. Run up here like this, and hit the scope button. You see why I want to practice? You have to get... It's actually quite difficult. You have to get the right angles and stuff, and like the camera has to be the opposite way of Link, and all sorts of stuff like that. Why can't I get this clip? Ooh. I have an idea, actually. Let's do something else first. I have an idea for something else to do first. It's related. It is related. We're gonna do something different first. Best. Okay. We're gonna watch a video on YouTube. So let me mute that. Switch over to here. Yes, I switched it that quickly. Thank you, Stream Deck. And look at the title of this video. Best Theoretical Time. So, what we're going to do is we're going to watch this video. It's half an hour long, so it is going to take a bit. But I want to go through what this video is it's a spliced video of all of the best segments for the best theoretical time in speedrunning. Now, this isn't what is actually possible by a human. Humans are able to get sub 30. Sub 30 minutes is possible. But the best theoretical time is 22 minutes 44 seconds. Oh, yeah. That's still available. It's still available. It's still possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this video, and I am going to attempt to explain what is going on. But I guess we'll take a music break first. Okay. Hey, LT. It's better to do it now so we don't have to interrupt the video. It's better to do it now so that the video does not get interrupted. So let's come over here. We're gonna spin the wheel. I said spin the wheel. I just realized I don't have my alerts on this scene. Hold on. Then we're gonna play the fugue. We're not gonna do the fugue yet. I need a browser source. Going to add... No, we're not gonna add that. Well, we hear the alert, but we can't see it. Hold on. We couldn't see the alert. Dang it. Thank you for the follow, even though we couldn't see the alert. I'll need to figure out how to replay it, but let me do this really quick first. Okay. That's fine there. I'll move it. I can fix the positioning later. I don't know how to replay an alert. I don't know how to replay an alert. But well, I can't... I can't seem to... I don't know how to replay the alert that just actually played, but I can just run it, just the general one again. This is what it looks actually is supposed to appear. And now it does appear on this scene. Okay. Now that it actually appears on this scene, we're gonna go to a different scene. We're gonna come back over here. Time for a music break. I'm gonna have to take off my headphones here, so I'm not gonna be able to hear anything on the stream for a little bit. And let's do the fugue. So this is a Bach Fugue. For a little bit of context with this one, let's turn on my microphone a little bit again. There we go. Where is it set? Oh, that's a little too high. Okay. For context with this, Bach wrote a series of 24 preludes and fugues, one in every key. So there's one in C major, and then one in C minor, then C sharp major, and C sharp minor. And going through every single key, a prelude and a fugue. And then he did the entire thing again. There's 2 sets of them. There are 2 sets of preludes and fugues in every single key. So what we just spun is the fugue. Actually, is it supposed to be the prelude and fugue? Let me check real quick. I feel like it's supposed to be the prelude and fugue. Unless I don't actually remember if I made the prelude and fugue one wheel spot or multiple. I feel like I did it as 2 separate ones. Let me just check to make sure. Oh, it is both. Okay, it is both. Yeah, there was an ambulance going by outside or my house or something. I'm not sure what was there. That's what the siren was. I'm in Chicago. I live on a very busy street. There will be a siren going by occasionally. Anyway, it is the prelude and fugue, not just the fugue. As I said, it's by Bach. This is Prelude and Fugue number 2 in C minor from the Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 2. So this is the second Prelude and Fugue in C minor that he wrote. I haven't played this for a while, so let's hope it goes well. As I said, I haven't played these in a while. That was very rough. I am sorry about that. But yeah, let me just take off my sweatshirt. It's actually kind of hot in here. So Ugh, I should crack my window after I play the fugue, and then we'll get going back to Breath of the Wild stuff. So that's the prelude without repeats, because I forgot to do the repeats, because of course I forgot to do the repeats. And then the fugue. Now this is interesting. For anybody who doesn't know what a fugue is, a fugue takes a melodic idea, a single... hold on, the game says Wind Waker. The game shouldn't say Wind... Did I forget to hit done? Did I forget to hit done? I changed all of the information, then I might have forgotten to hit done. Okay. Well, it should say Breath of the Wild now. I literally changed the information for the stream info, then must have forgotten to hit done. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying about the fugue is that the fugue takes a single melodic idea and then does a whole bunch of stuff with it. So the one that I'm going to play right now, that's the melodic idea. As I play this, listen for that. Think about how many times you hear that. And it could be hiding. I wouldn't normally do this for just one of these regular music breaks. But I'm doing it this time because I find this really interesting. I think I feel like everybody should at least have a little bit of an understanding of this. Because it is really cool how it all works together and stuff. So that little thing. Think about how much you hear that. And then I'm going to show you how much more it actually is there than you even realized at the end. So here's the fugue. Hold on. Give me one moment, real quick. It's actually kind of hot in my room right now. So, I am going to open up. I'm going to crack my window. Yes, it's the middle of winter. And yes, I'm cracking the window in the middle of winter. But it's really hot in here. Starting to sweat a little bit. So let's crack the window. It's going to be a little bit noisier. You're going to hear the outside noise. Going to hear the outside noise better. Ugh. No, don't change the category. Ulti, don't change the category, because as soon as I'm done with this, we're going right back to Breath of the Wild. Anyway. Yeah. My shirt. When words fail, music speaks. I've actually worn this shirt before, but that was on stream. That was before I had this, the camera big enough and like you could only see me, see like this much of me, and so you could never see it before. Anyway, the fugue. So, how many times did you count that little theme? How many times did you count the motive? That's what it's called, the little theme that it's based on. That's called a motive. How many times? Last count. Okay. Is anyone else trying to keep track of how many times you heard it? Let me show you just how much it's actually in there. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, did you catch that one? Let me do it like this. Hear that now? And then 6 in the middle. Hold on. It's hard to do it in these little pieces, sections like this, just because it's so difficult, right? But let's go to the beginning of the next section, right? How many times did I play it? Right there. How many times did I play it? How many times did I play it right there? Three. It was 3 times. I played it 3 times. 1. 2. 'Underneath it. Like that. 3 is backwards. It's inverted. It's inverted underneath on the bottom. See? It's all over the place. I think in the entire piece, I've been able to count that initial little theme. I've been able to count it, I believe, 23 times throughout the course of the piece. It's a lot. It's a lot for sure. 23 times, I think, is what I've counted. Anyway, let's get back to actually doing stuff with Breath of the Wild. So let's come back over to here. Now, this video is the best theoretical time for a speedrun. It's spliced together. That is loud. What the heck? Why is that so loud? Let me turn that down a little bit. So this is kind of like the layout of it. So these are the splits, right? So first you go to Stasis, then Cryonis, then Magnesis, Bombs, get the Paraglider, then you get to the castle, do the Blights, Calamity Ganon, and then Dark Beast Ganon, right? That's it. That is all you do in a speedrun, right? So here is the time for it, right? Now, this down here, Zareth, as I said, this speedrun is a split, or is a splice of many different segments. So, like, from the very beginning of the game, it's going to be Zareth, right? But then doing Cryonis, it's going to be somebody else's time, right? And that is all actual times that somebody has done, actual tricks that somebody's done and recorded. That's what these segments are that we're watching. But then you take the very best segment of each of these and splice them all together, and that is this video. That's what this video is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this, and I'm going to try to explain what the tricks are that are actually happening during this, so that you can understand what a speedrun of Breath of the Wild is actually like. Okay? Sound like a plan? Let's do it. What's really cool is that this shows the route. This is the actual route that gets followed in the speedrun. So the first thing you're gonna notice here, it's in French. It's not in English. And the reason it's in French is because French dialogue and text is actually faster than English text. Which is why it's done in French instead. The stuff, it's insane what goes into it here. I'm gonna have to pause the video a lot too to explain things, because this, as a speedrun, it goes fast. Now once we finish this, we're gonna try to learn some of the tricks. I can do some stuff, but we're gonna try to do even more. Runs, grabs the Sheikah Slate. Now the first thing that we're gonna do is just gonna run off to the other side and clip out of the Shrine of Resurrection upon picking this up. And this is something that is actually incredibly precise. He's gonna go here, and he's out of the Shrine of Resurrection. It was really fast. But what just happened was he went up onto the side of the wall, and then clicked to activate the scope on the Sheikah sensor at just the right angle and position where Link and the camera are facing each other. And so then he goes to do the scope, and it flips the positions of Link and the camera. and by flipping those positions, it puts Link out of bounds outside of the Shrine of Resurrection. So that's what just happened here. So he's gonna come up here. And come up to this spot, crouch, and then uncrouch to clip back in bounds. Whoa, wait, what? Okay, well, he doesn't go for the shield here, so now I'm curious to see what's... Okay, so he grabs the axe. In a traditional speedrun, you would actually go over the rest of that ledge and grab a shield from a Bokoblin camp, but he just didn't do that. So now I'm a little confused as to what's gonna happen here. Okay, so he goes up to this camp, probably to get... Oh, so he grabs this chest for arrows. Yes. Grabs this chest for arrows. Then uses... Okay. So what just happened there is he used the axe to hit the Bokoblin, and doing so knocked the shield out of the Bokoblin's hand so that he could pick it up. So now he has the shield, and he has the arrows, and he has the axe. And he's going to do the same thing for this Bokoblin to get a bow. And that... Okay. Okay. That is a trick called a bullet time bounce. Or BTB. Now, a bullet time bounce is a frame-perfect trick. What he did was he bounced off the Bokoblin while in bullet time. Bounced off the Bokoblin with the shield while in bullet time. And it's, as I said, it's frame-perfect, and if you do it correctly, then you go flying like this. So he does that. And then that's just a simple fall damage cancel there. Re-equip the shield. Does another fall damage cancel. And now, he's going to... Now remember, he didn't go to the tower. Right? There's no tower involved. The shrine isn't active. So what he just did there... is he did something, he got skew. And what skew is basically if Link's going like this when you jump, shield jump, right? One frame, he'll suddenly go like that. And just, like, go basically this far for a single frame, right? That's what skew is. So the jumping on the shield in front of the shrine is that. And then here he clips through the door by doing a special jump like that. And that jump is called an extended skew clip to get through the door. And that's how you get into stasis. I mean, I've got my pretzels. Now, does he go out of the shrine here? I think he might actually exit the shrine here. So you get stasis. Stasis is almost... You basically have to get through stasis the normal way. There's nothing super special about it, I don't think. Yeah, no, so he just immediately does that. Runs up here. This is all stuff that we know, right? So what he's doing right there to get up that ramp faster is something called whistle sprinting. Basically, you just whistle and spam B while running, and it makes you go faster. And that is just a shield jump. That's all that is a simple shield jump. Now that particular shield jump is not very, is actually, that one is more difficult to do. You're gonna see that same trick done in Magnesis. I do the one in Magnesis. I'm not able to do the one in Stasis, because the one in Stasis is definitely harder. But basically, you just shield jump, do a shield jump. It gives you extra momentum to complete, and to get further. Then you just unequip the shield so that the shield doesn't take any damage, or you don't lose any durability on the shield. And you talk to the old man. Okay. So now you can see right here, it switches to somebody else's. Right now it's Kamali's run. And the first thing that you're gonna see here is what's called a Stasis Jump. So he uses Stasis on this boulder, and then shoots it to launch him up to here. And then that's another bullet time bounce, which is absolutely insane because, as I said, that's a frame perfect trick. There's a specific setup that you're supposed to do to be able to get that trick. And he just does it randomly like that. Lands right in front of Cryonis. And then that little shield hop that he did is to get Skew to clip into this shrine. And this, I've seen this video before. This is where things start to get pretty darn insane. This is where things get pretty insane. You're not going to go through Cryonis normally for this speedrun. Just watch this move that he's about to do. I don't know how it's even possible to do this. But watch this move that he does here. He jumps over the wall. And then that little there, hopping on the Cryonis block like that, with the shield, is called a cryo bounce. And that's Cryonis done. We're 7 minutes into this run. So here, remember, the bullet time bounces that they did earlier in the run, right? There were two of those bullet time bounces earlier, right? That was just the most random setup. The best possible RNG for those jumps, right? This here is what we're about to watch is the actual setup for a BTB. So he takes the arrow, he shoots it in a particular spot, right? Then the bokoblin is there, and then swings the axe around to get the timing right, and then does it. And you see it stop it, right? It stops there. Excuse me. And it stops there again, and that's because he got over here so quickly that it didn't have time to load. And look at what Magnesis Shrine looks like. Look at what Omanao looks like. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? It looks like this because he got there so quickly that the shrine is still in a lower poly version of itself. Because, like, right, exactly. The textures haven't loaded yet. And so it's a lower poly version of it. And because of that, it also doesn't have the door yet. The door hasn't loaded in either. So here you can just run right in, not even have to do a clip in order to get into Magnesis. So here, starts normally, moves that out of the way, comes over here, then what he does, pulls that out, stasises it, and hits it, to do another one of these, and just jumps on the block all the way to the end of the shrine. Just skips the entire shrine. Like that. So here, he's gonna take this magnetic box, stasis it, hit it, grab some fish, and K. Now, here's what happened there. He stasis the box, jumped on his shield, and the shield hit the ground at the exact frame the box unstasised, which is what sent him flying, right? He also grabbed the fish there. You saw using the amiibo, grabbing the fish. That is purely in preparation for the Ganon fight. So getting skew, doing another ESC to get into bombs. And then you don't go through the shrine. You don't go through the shrine at all. You do a wind bomb to the end. So for those who are confused as to what just happened, He jumps onto the little pedestal. When when you go down into the shrine, there's like those 4 little spikes around the elevator, right? So he jumps onto that, does the wind bomb from that, and lands directly in the pedestal. And with that, 11 minutes into the run. 11 minutes into the run. All 4 shrines are complete. So you talk to the old man here. So now what he's gonna do is do another wind bomb. Then run up over here, and guess what? That's another wind bomb. Right into the room. That's not realistic. Normally you would run over to a tree, and remember the... remember the stasis launch that you did with the rock? That they did with the rock at the beginning, right after getting stasis, right? In a regular speedrun, you would do the same thing, except that instead of doing it with a rock, you would do it with a tree in order to get up onto the roof, and then walk over into the room. It's kind of the normal pathing for a speedrun. So you get that. And now, he's going to do another BTB here. Like, once again, these frozen frames are giving the game time to load. That's the game that's freezing like that. That's not the video, that's the game. And so you can see with that one BTB, with the decent angle, we got a perfect angle on that launch, too. Your single stamina wheel is enough to get you all the way to the castle. And the reason that works is because BTBs and wind bombs make you go 19 times faster than normal. So then he grabs the sword there. And he's just touched down. It's there that he touches down in the castle for the first time. Not outside. There. Sneak strike the Moblin. Wind bomb up to here. Then he'll grab this chest for ancient arrows. This is not necessary. Technically, none of what he's doing right now is necessary. This is all in preparation for Ganon. Use the bomb to distract the Lizalfo so that he can sneak strike it. Light the pot. And you cook some fish. And that, right there, there's another scope clip. That's the same clip that was used to get out of the Shrine of the Resurrection at the very beginning of the run. It's the same exact thing. Then Wind Bomb out of bounds. To get over to here. And take care of that guy. And get that sword. Grab a bow. So if you're wondering why they're throwing bombs, it's to distract the enemies, so that they don't pay attention to Link. Eat the attack up food here, because it's the best time to do it. And then go into the fight. And he shoots an arrow. That is not the normal setup for that. The regular setup for that trick, shooting the arrow, is you go over to the wall, to the right wall, and then do a whole bunch of jumps and backflips and all sorts of stuff. Then you aim at a very specific spot on the wall, right? And then you shoot the arrow and walk into the fight. This guy who did this segment just blindly shot the arrow. And he gets the clip. Well, it's not a clip. But what you'll notice here notice how Blight is kind of glitching out a little bit. And now they're on Water Blight. So that's a trick called Blight Skip. Basically, what happens there is that arrow is shot, you walk in immediately, and Blight Ganon is constantly being hit by the arrow during the cutscene. And so, when the cutscene ends, the arrow, floating there, constantly damaging Blight, has taken out all of its health, and you skip Blight. That's what that arrow does. So just spin attacks, hitting both the body and the arms at the same and the arm at the same time to deal twice as much damage. Shoot him twice in the eye to knock him down. And that's Water Blight done. And we're 17 minutes in, and we're 2.5 Blights into this run. 17 minutes in. So that bomb there that Link just placed is for when Fire Blight, excuse me, goes into that, like, Octorok mode. Then just spins, make sure to hit the body and the arms. And that's Fire Blight done. And it's time for Thunder Blight. So hit it twice like that to break the shield. And then just spin. And then by doing that slam down on the ground there, it stunned Thunder Blight Ganon so that he couldn't keep attacking. And they were able to get another spin attack in to finish off Phase 1. Now Phase 2. Let's throw that to break the shield, shoot an arrow to knock him down. Spin attack again, and that is Thunder Blight done. And they are on to Calamity Ganon. So immediately getting a flurry. And then running away over to this side to pick up the 10 bomb arrows that are just laying there. Running. Making sure to get crits with all 10 arrows. That was a that was a parry there to parry the laser back to Ganon. Just unleashing all of the arrows. And now we're on phase 2 of Calamity. And parry. And now you can stunlock him. So spin, slam down, he gets stunned, and you can spin again. Slam down, he gets stunned, and this is the Calamity Ganon stun lock. For basically the entire second phase, you can just stun lock him and keep him there for the whole rest of the battle. And that's Calamity Ganon done. And then all that's left is Dark Beast Ganon. Run up, grab the Ball of Light, stop. And here's the fun part. Dark Beast Ganon just misses. You're standing still, and it just misses. So then, just the right time he goes. Shoot right there. Timing it. And I love that. You can just bonk. In the best theoretical possible time. You can just bonk. And it doesn't matter. So once again, with the timed spots. He just sits here and waits. Go. Timed belly. On the frame shoots the belly. On the frame it appears. And then as soon as the eye appears, you hit it. And there we go. 22 minutes, 44.167 seconds. The best theoretical time. Of Breath of the Wild. So now that we've done that, let's learn how to do some of that stuff. This is gonna be fun. I don't know how he gets that scope clip so fast. Like, I can barely even get it. Nope. Should I try to do a wind bomb? Wait, why don't I have a bow equipped? Why don't I have anything equipped? That's not what I wanted to do. It is pop. That's not a high enough ledge to do it from. Okay. Game's kind of quiet. Why is the game so quiet? Let's turn up the game a little bit. Okay, time to attempt a wind bomb. And probably die. Because that's gonna be what today is. Probably dying. I did not mean to blow up that tree. Okay. Let's see, what if I do this? Nope. Bit like that, and that, and that. Nope. Why did I pick up that torch? I don't know why I picked up that torch. I will take that arrow. Fascistas. I can't hear it right now. Welcome to my entire day today. This is what you're in for today. This is what you're in for today. Remember how you said you would enjoy watching me blow myself up for 3 hours? This is what I meant. This is what I meant. Nope. No. You know what? Here's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna make a save. don't know why I keep doing that. And reload the save. Welcome to today's stream, everybody. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to pull up. I am on the wrong channel. I need to switch to my main channel. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's what I want. That is storage, no. Puppet link, no. I feel like this was near the end. Skew, bounce, shock, whistle sprinting, fall damage cancel, burn timer reset. Hold on, where is it? It is... I'm trying to find the tutorial for this one. Oh, it's calling it a bomb impact launch. That's why I couldn't find it. It's calling it a bomb impact launch. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try this method. I'm gonna try a different method. We're gonna see how this method goes. What? Why is that not working? Just to hold out my shield. Backflip. Oh, there we go. That was closer. That was closer. That seemed a lot closer. That seemed a lot closer. I might actually do a wind bomb today. And Link is floating. Link is actually floating. Okay, hold on. Do this. Backflip. Backflip. Place the square bomb. Dang it. I messed up the positioning. No. Backflip. Backflip. Place the square bomb. Come back onto this platform. No. I think I waited too long. I think I waited too long. Or did I place the bomb too soon? Maybe I placed the bomb... Or maybe I... You gotta be fast to be able to do this right. So hold on. Let's try this. We're gonna do this. It's because of this bump. I'm landing on this bump instead of entering bullet time, I think. So I need to find a different spot to do it. I could do it from this ledge. This ledge doesn't have a bump on it. I can try to do it from this ledge, at least. I could try to wind bomb over to Cryonis. I have a lurk command, Dennis. I do have a lurk command. Welcome in. Oh, I know what I messed up. I know what I messed up. Hey, Turbo, thanks for the lurk. I don't have an unlurk command. I should get one, but I don't have one right now. Oh, I'm still saved over there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna save the game. So that I actually respawn on this side. Do this. Backflip. Backflip. No! I let go of that too early. Yeah? Yeah? Place that. Come back around. Onto here. Switch to the round bomb. Backflip. No. That's not right. Backflip. Why are you not entering bullet time? There we go. Place that. Immediate. I did it! That's a wind bomb! That's a wind bomb! bomb! This other method is way easier than the one I was trying to do. We actually just finished watching a video of the best theoretical time. And I was explaining all of the tricks and stuff. So, I know it's not the same thing, but I just did a wind bomb! Like, I got from here all the way to here with that. That's how far I got with that. This method is actually so much easier than the other method that I was doing. Well, I've only done it once. I've only done it once so far. So don't get your hopes up too much. Quite yet. This is an awkward position. I don't know if this is gonna work. I should probably eat before I blow myself up. I have nothing to eat. Why do I have nothing to eat? Wind bombs are a trick that I've known about for years. Of course I'm having fun with it. I don't get super far with each one, because it's not, it's a different, slightly different method, but like, I'm doing wind bombs. I'm doing wind bombs. Oh. Well, I moved the bomb, so this might not work as well, but... Definitely reloading that one. Definitely reloading that one. What? Why am I not entering bullet time? Here we go. No, why didn't it blow up immediately? I hit L and nothing happened. No, I've got a bad angle. Well, that wasn't right. I just didn't place the second bomb. No. No. I want a cookie. I have Milanos. No. Why didn't bullet time activate? Why won't it activate bullet time? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. This. Backflip. Why am I at that angle? Okay, backflip. Backflip. Place the bomb. Keep this angle. Backflip. Bullet time. 1/3 of the wheel. Come on. Blow it up. There we go. There's another wind bomb. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. And thank you for the posture check. Long pipe. Ugh. Give me 1 second. It's still really hot in here. Oh my god. Ugh. No wonder it's so hot in here. My heater was turned up to the highest setting. I thought I had it up like halfway. It was on the highest setting. My god. Okay. Should cool down a little bit in here now. Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Okay, let's try this again. That's an odd angle, but oh well. Ugh. I keep messing up the angles on this. What? Nope. I just had to be faster. I just had to be faster. But look at how quickly I'm moving. Like, you can see how quick, how fast a wind bomb makes you. That's not the button I wanted to hit. That was not the right button. Wait, is that a... That's a shrine that I have. How have I not done that shrine? What the heck? That's usually one of the first shrines I get. How have I not done that with shrine? I'm gonna try to wind bomb over there. I'm not gonna make it all. That's the bad angle. I'm not gonna make it that far. Clearly. How did I not die from that fall? What? Actually, I'm not going to attempt it because I'm about to die again. The echo! There's like actually a little echo in the cave here. That is so cool. That's actually really cool. How did I never know that? I guess I never really whistle in the Shrine of Resurrection, but that is cool. Oh, I absolutely need to grab some hearty food. Okay. You know what? I can try it again, actually. I'm gonna try it again. Because why not? This ledge might actually be too tall. I goofed. We're gonna load this save. I blew up the wrong bomb. Ugh. I am honestly wondering if this rock is too high to be able to do it. I think it might be too tall. Wrong button. Maybe I'll try a stasis launch. I'm gonna try a stasis launch. Well, that didn't work at all. Okay. What? There's a random bomb arrow. Now there's just a fallen tree here. Okay. Well. Time to go back to wind bombs. Or, hopefully. That time I was too fast. I think I was too fast that time. I did it right, but I was too fast. I did things in the wrong order. Well, not the wrong order, but I had my timing wrong. I flipped which one I had to wait on. Really? And that changed my angle, so now I can't even get it. Ugh. That's the wrong bomb. This probably isn't gonna work. Yep, that's not gonna work. How come when I zoom in, I can't see the shrine anymore? I'm just gonna warp. We have the warp, I'm just gonna warp. Well, we just spent about an hour blowing ourselves up repeatedly. So... Well, hey, there's another shrine. The one I'm looking for is right there. I'll try to wind bomb. I might die on this one, so I'm gonna save the game. Oh my god. Wrong bomb. Oh, this looks like a decent setup, actually. As long as I don't mess this up. Why did bullet time not activate? Why did bullet time not activate? Well, no, because if I try to activate it when I'm too low to the ground, then it won't activate. That's why that happens. Like that. I was too close to the ground when I tried to activate it. Oh, he did? Oof. Oh, maybe it's weird because it's like a... Hold on. Nope, that's not what I want. Nope. Just backflip off the tower. Long bomb. I moved it. I can't do it from this ledge, can I? I feel like this isn't gonna work. Nope. What if I did it like this? Hold on. What if I do it like this? That's probably too low, actually. It's probably not high enough up. I can do it off the little bump. I can do it off the bump. I didn't think this bump would be high enough, but it is. I was able to get into bullet time from the bump. Or not. That was too slow. That was too slow. Well, I guess this time I'm just gonna paraglide over here. Oh jeez, I've got 3 Guardian Beams on me. And unfortunately, one of those 3 is able to chase me. Well, there goes Mifa's Grace. No! Oi, 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 oi. Okay, Dennis, have a good one. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me get into the shrine first. Okay, now I can hydrate. Oh, camera, please. Okay. Why didn't I grab it? Thank you. Ooh. I've always used Magnesis, but Stasis worked really well there. Oh, fine. What do my weapons look like? Why do I have this on? I forget what this is. Is it an ancient core? No, it's a royal broadsword with durability up. I will take that. I'm not gonna drop that. Why do I have 2 torches on me? Ay ay ay. How did I leave things in such a mess when I last played? Oh, that's broken. Okay. Dang it, there's nowhere that I can win bomb in here. At least not up there. Right? That's a thing. Oh! Oh! That was cool. That was cool. And this is not gonna be cool, because this is an apparatus. And I'm on 2 hearts. Oh, hey. Cool, I got it on my first try. I will take an ancient core. Oh, I hate this. And I had it right, too. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Ugh. I think that might be a strategy here. Hey! That strategy worked! I've never thought of that strategy before. That was a good strategy. Ooh, bombable wall. How did I not know that that was here? Or maybe I did and just recently learned about it or something. I will take a silver rupee. I don't have the last fairy yet, so... Wanna grab this chest because it's a diamond. Where did I Bonnie in place? Okay. I'm in the pedestal. Why can't I hit A? Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's the fourth spirit orb. Okay. And that's why you save people. How many Korok seeds do I have on me? I have 4 Korok seeds on me. I can't do anything with that. Oh yeah, that's right. We finished this area of the map. Oh, that feels good to have this corner done. Okay. Let's see. I really wish I could do the air technique. The midair technique would be very helpful right now. That's... I don't think this is gonna work. Yep, I can't even enter bullet time from here. I cannot enter bullet time from that. Dang it. That's too tall. Here? This might be too tall, but I can try it. Nope. Let's try again.
Mifa's grace is ready.
I just... Wait. What? What even happened there? Something was weird with that. There was definitely something weird with that. Why am I at this angle now? Okay, place that. Hop forward, back onto the wall. This. I forgot to wait for the stamina wheel. That's what it was. I forgot to wait for the stamina wheel. Unless this wall actually is too high up. Well, let me try it from this one. I guess I'm going that way. I forgot to wait for the stamina wheel again. I'm gonna try this. See if I can get into the Coliseum. Not necessarily into it, but to it. That's the wrong bomb. Forward, forward. Place that. Jump, jump. I jumped too far. No, don't target. Okay, sure, just go back into the ground. I did kick the bomb. Nope. Tricks can be hard. I waited at the wrong time. Actually, I'll use this for now. Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. Huh? 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 Well, I goofed that one. My god. Why is this so annoying? I still got it! I still got it! I kinda messed it up, and I still got it! I got some height on it, too. I'm higher up. I didn't even realize. Oh, boy. Do we try to take this guy on? I have no food. Do we take this guy on? Oh, boy. What bow am I using? Let's get a better bow out here. This was a bad idea.
It was my pleasure.
Jeez, I finally got a flurry. I am so rusty. Okay. We've taken out a third of its health. Okay, another flurry. Oh, jeez. Okay. Half done. And there goes another fairy. hit the wrong button. And there goes another fairy. This weapon's probably gonna break soon. Or I'll just die. Well. This does mean that we've got all of our weapons back.
It is my pleasure.
Are you serious? Another attempt at this stinking silver Lionel. Okay, let's try this again. Why didn't I get a flurry there? Aha! Aha! What am I doing? I'm gonna put on the Phantom armor. It actually gives... Okay, not all better protection, but it gives me the triple attack up bonus, so... We're definitely doing a lot better this time. Oh, I was right on the border of that. Ooh! Ooh! We got that flurry. Ah! Okay, well there goes Mifa's Grace. But we lost Mifa's Grace when it has barely any health left. Okay, that was a stupid move. Did it! I beat a silver Lionel. And it had a regular flame blade, which is kind of stupid. We got Lionel guts and arrows and diamond and topaz and a savage Lionel shield and a savage Lionel bow. Oh. We did it! Did I get this Korok already? I don't know if I got this Korok already. I did not get this Korok yet. Let's get this Korok. Wait, I thought there was a Korok up here. Oh, it's up there. It's up there, isn't it? That's not the armor that I want. That's the armor that I want. Up here. Got it. We're good. Okay. There's the chest. I will take some bomb arrows. And here's the Korok. No, I am gonna grab that other shrine just because it is so close, and then we're gonna do more Korok hunting, I think. Can I wind bomb from here? I'm guessing not. Ooh, I might be able to from here. This might be a ledge I can wind bomb from. Nope. If I backflip again, I'm flipping off the Coliseum. Ooh, this looks like a Korok. Hello! It is a Korok. Really? Is that this one? Nope. It's this one. Yep. Hey, it's a staple. That transition there. Hey, it's a staple. Fly over it? Will that count as registering it? Nope, I have to actually have to land closer to it. Okay, well, I'll get the shrine first. Apparently, verticality matters in this game. Oh, it's this one. Dracon, are you here? Oops. And if I strategically hit it up there, I can do that. Which is absolutely nothing for me, because I'm not being smart at all. What am I doing? That's gotta go in there. And I just blew myself up. And then that's gotta go in there, and hopefully that doesn't blow that out of there. Oh, I was like, where did the orb go? Okay, new strategy. I'm gonna use a regular arrow. Now I'll go back to the bomb arrows. No, not ancient arrows. That would have been bad. I almost just used an ancient arrow there. Wait, now I goofed it. Ooh, I got it! How did that not blow that up? That's about to blow me up. Oh. How did that work? It flipped me over onto the other side. It actually flipped me onto the other side. I don't even know how that happened. I'll take it, but I don't know how it happened. I guess the force of it going up, like, launched me up and I landed on the other side or something. I'll take it. I'll take it for sure, but, like, what? Okay, that shrine is done now. We have another warp point to get to. I'm thinking we just start doing more Korok hunting at this point. So what did you do to her? What did you do to her? Okay. Down there. I see the puzzle. I found it. I probably shouldn't be surfing on this, but it is... Wow, that is actually the worst shield that I have. That's interesting. Okay, where's the missing spot? Found it. Oh, so close! That could have been it. That could have been it. Well, hey, progress is progress. Actually, I should probably beat you, because I'm gonna need the Icy Lizalfo's tails. Don't burn, don't burn! Okay. Where am I going for the next Korok seed? Over here. But I'm just gonna start... To make things a little easier on myself, at least, I'm just gonna start marking them with this. Like, put a stamp down where they are. I didn't put down very many stamps, but it's better than no stamps. Do I have the snow boots? Yes, I do. I have the snow boots. That's a side quest I should really finish. What? What just happened? A snowball falls from the sky and I find an amber. What? I mean, I'll take it. I could use the money. Or the amber, because I don't... Do I have the amber earrings yet? I think I might have the amber earrings. No, I don't. I don't have the amber earrings, so I need to... I need the amber to get the amber earrings. Guessing this is too... Yeah, that's too steep to whistle sprint on. Do I have any cold resist food? Because I have, like, no food. I don't have cold resist food. Dang it. I don't need the snow boots right now. I can make that. No problem. That. Okay, can't quite whistle sprint up that. Maybe this, though. From here? Yeah! Kind of. I'm like half. Halfway. Oh, it's on top of this tree, isn't it? Yep, it's on top of the tree. Why is my arm sore, right? I don't know. That was a noise that has been clipped already, so you don't need to clip it. Snowshoe time. If I can find them. Where did they go? There they are. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, I just forgot to remove the stamp. Okay. So I'm going the wrong way, kind of. That's definitely too high to wind bomb off of. That might not be. Actually, yeah, it probably is. That's more like half of Link's height. Ooh. Dang it. It's not quite the right angle that I want, though. Though I could get a decent angle on that Korok. Bad angle. That was a bad angle. I will get this. I promised glitches today. I am doing glitches today. Yes! That was cool. Where are you? Hello, Dinral. Okay. Dinral just casually flying in the background. Had the wrong angle, but it still worked. I'll take it. And I will take a silver rupee, because unlike you, Draken, I need the money. That is not a Fire Breath Lizalfos, that's a regular Lizalfos. Ooh, I only dropped a regular Lizalfos tail. I am getting lucky. And it's super gold. Which means no more climbing gear. Actually, I'm gonna do that so that I can still have the snow boots. Is the Korok on top of this tree? No. Is the Korok up there? Is my pin just in the wrong spot? My pin is just in the wrong spot. It's like that. No, it's not even that. It's that. My thing is totally in the wrong spot there. Aha! That I can just stand next to while holding this. What? Oh my god. That's funny. That's funny. It was just so small I couldn't see it. I was like, why didn't it pop? It did. It really did. Okay, so there's that one there. And this one here. But I'm just gonna take a little bit of extra time here and mark off a lot of these all at once. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. This one somewhere over here. Maybe there. Hold on. Not quite. I think it might be that little dot. I think that dot might be the Korok. So there's one there. And then there's one there. Is it that? That doesn't look right. Maybe it is right. Hold on. Oh, yeah. No, that... No. Huh? Aha! It's that. Aren't any in the middle of that field, except for... Thank you for the clip. This, which is going to be closer to like here, it looks like. I don't have this. How do I not have that yet? Okay, that's something I gotta grab. There's a shrine and a staple there. I'm not sure how I don't have that. That doesn't look like quite the right positioning. No, it's not. It's the positioning is inside of these trees here. A whole bunch of them up by this trailhead here. Not trailhead, riverhead. So there's one there. There's one. Get more precise locations on these here. There's one here. About. There's one by this tree. That one is actually more like here. And there's one here. Welcome to Breath of the Wild Korok hunting. And there's one here. And there's one here. This one here. This one here. How many stamps do I have left? A lot. I've only placed 30 stamps. So here's all the Koroks that we're missing in this area. Let's get the ones around the stable. So it looks like there's one here. Looks like there's one somewhere up in this general area. Here. There's one here. And there's one here. You know what? That's good enough for now. Let's just grab these bajillion Korok seeds that are over here. It's not a bajillion, it's 34. It's only 34 Korok seeds. But let's grab those 34. Oh, I have. I don't. Hey, Purple. Yeah, I have attempted original composition, but I haven't really ever stuck, or not stuck to it. Stuck to it is the, wrong word. I haven't really kept it up, or honestly tried to keep it up.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
I definitely do more with, like arranging. What am I trying to say? Arranging stuff that already exists for different ensembles, or writing medleys and stuff. What percent am I at? That is a good question. I am at 29.33%. We will get to 100. That. Ooh. Ice keys. Dang it, it got me. I should not be using that sword for that, because they only take one hit. Oh, nice. No.
It is my pleasure.
Is there any how has 100%? That what do you mean by that? That makes no sense. Oh, my bow broke. Dang it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots and lots of people have 100%. I've just never done it myself. Like, there's legit a 100% completion speedrun. Like, there's an actual 100% completion category for speedrunning. It's insane. It's like a 48-hour speed run. Let's see. I guess I could go up that way. Well, let's walk back to here and then go grab the ones that are down. Maybe I go up, grab those, then grab the... Ooh, yeah, maybe I go up instead. And then come down. Because if I go up, I could go up. Grab those Koroks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I can go over here, grab these Koroks. Some of these. Grab this shrine. Make my way down around. Grab this shrine. Then warp to the tower, grab this shrine maybe. Wow. That's insane. That is fast. "29 hours. Oh! Purple and Turbo. I just learned a new trick today. Okay, I'm not gonna do it that way because that would take me off the map. But I learned how to do wind bombs. I actually learned how to do wind bombs. So I don't know. I am not consistent with it at all. This tree might get in the way. Trying to do it here, actually. Now that I think about it. Maybe not if I do it from this angle. Well, I don't have it down, but I can get it occasionally. Okay, I kicked the bomb, so it's probably gonna fail. Yep. I knew it. Okay, well, I got the right idea. I was kind of too low to the ground to be able to do it successfully. But I have managed to pull them off, which is better than anything I've done in the past. So... Oos. Oh, I have to shoot stuff? Is this gonna be... I have to shoot balloons, don't I? Yep. Bomb arrows are nice, because I can almost always get 2 of the balloons with a single shot. That was so fast getting back here. That was actually so fast getting back there. Check that off. Update my counter. And I'll come over to these ones. And I will be attempting to avoid that guy. Oh, maybe this rock. Because is this a good rock to do it from? No, it's not. I do it from this rock. Going this way. Not really. Maybe this one? There we go! That's a wind bomb! Got it! That's the wind bomb. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Pick that up before it freezes. Is there gonna be a creature under here, this rock? No, but there's gonna be a red rupee. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. That's the wrong way. I gotta go this way. And there's nowhere to wind bomb from going that way. Well, the other way you've seen it is probably the Midair Method, which I've had a lot of trouble with, because I was trying the Midair Method a little bit earlier, and I couldn't get the Midair Method. Well, that just happened. Okay, sure. But yeah, the Midair Method is the method that I had been trying to do initially, but I just couldn't get it. And you can see I'm getting decently consistent now with this method. I just did 2 of them super quickly like that. How did I do that? Now I have to go that way. Can I do a wind? Is a... Ooh. I don't know if this is a good enough spot. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to try. No, this isn't gonna work. I don't think this one's gonna work. Yep. That definitely didn't work. Okay. Let's just go straight to the shrine now. Ooh. I might be able to do one from here.
Amiva's grace is ready.
I feel like this has definitely got to be possible from here. Put that away. Ooh, maybe from here. This looks like it might be a better position. It didn't activate bullet time. No, I think this is too low. Ooh! Okay, nope, that's not gonna work. That rock is too tall. From here, maybe? Well, not from there. This rock is too tall. We're just gonna walk it. Spend too much time trying to do it. It ends up being faster to just walk. Okay, I want to try one more time from here. I don't have the best angle on it, but let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, I think this might actually be a good one. Well, it's possible from there, I just didn't do it right. Though I'm not entirely sure what I messed up, to be totally honest. Let's see if I can remember the trick to this shrine. Okay. Trying to remember. This looks correct. This kind of looks correct. Oh jeez. Did I grab Ravio's hood? Yes, I did. Dracon, I keep mentioning Ravio's hood. This is what it is. This is what it is. And this is what it does. That worked How is that my first yellow shushu jelly? That did work surprisingly well. That's a good shield. Yes, I got it correct. This is the right spot. So then I can come here. And this staircase right here. I don't know, honestly. And here's the shrine. Oh, you don't have a switch? I thought you just didn't have a capture card. I should probably go exchange some spirit orbs here. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, it's easier. I mean, I would say go for the OLED. As the Nintendo guy, I say go for the OLED since you don't already have a Switch. Right? I'm not going to get the OLED, probably. I mean, I might eventually, but I don't think I will end up getting it. Just because I have a Switch. I don't need the higher resolution because my stream can only be such high resolution. Right? And so I don't really need it. And I just play on my computer, stream it. I don't care what it looks like on my screen. What I see is about the same as what you see. Right? I'm fine with that. It doesn't make any difference. The sound improvements, I don't get any of that. I've got my headphones on, right? I'm hearing it through my headphones. Who cares how the Switch itself sounds, right? So that's why I'm not getting one. But if you don't have a Switch, then absolutely get it, because it is better. And I just totally fell all the way down. And time to go all the way back up. And now I'm out of Vivali's Gale, so if I fall down again, I'm stuck. There's also nowhere to win bomb from up here. Is this a... Ooh, I might actually be able to wind bomb from here. Not going very far, though. I'm not going very far, but I think I could technically wind bomb from here. Yes, I can! Yes, I can! Well, that's not obvious at all. Oh, I get it now. I just got it. That took me a while. I was like, what? I get it. No, don't edit. No, don't edit the stamp. Delete the stamp. Consistency! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is awesome! This other technique is so easy! This technique is so easy compared to the regular technique. Well, this is interesting. There's decayed guardians around here. I still was able to search it. Okay. Wait, I was able to search it twice. That's weird. Aha! Okay, where is this thing gonna go? Get a better view of this, please? Ow. Now is not the time, Octorok. I said no! And then way down there. I was gonna wind bomb, but there's a mountain range in my way. I would just hit the mountain. That looks like a Korok puzzle to me. Is this the Korok puzzle? I don't see a hole for this to go into. But this is the Korok puzzle. Oh, that's way down there. Oh my god, I can barely even see the boulder. And it went into the hole! Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. They went all the way down there. Oh my god. That's awesome. I don't know why I did that. I can't twin bomb from there. know if that rock is too tall. I could try this. I don't know if it's gonna work, though. That's slightly the wrong angle. You know what? For this one, I'm gonna save, because if I fail, I fall. As I said, if I fail, I fall. Do you need to see the previous chat? What? Okay, I guess I can't do it from that height. I placed the wrong kind of bomb. Wait, did I just fell a tree? Yes, it did. That's actually kind of the wrong angle. That's not high enough. We're just gonna glide over. Don't want to waste too much time doing this stuff. Here's the stable that we're gonna head to next, by the way. Well, of course it's down in a ravine. My map isn't big enough to let me check this off. There we go. It actually wouldn't let me check it off because it was like off the screen. Like it was being blocked. Let me get rid of this stamp. And we don't Vivaldi's Gale. Because it's easy to do it up here. That was higher than it looked. Maybe we do Vivaldi's Gale. Actually, it's good I Vivaldi's Galed from there. Oh. Right. That's why I wasn't cold. I had the Flame Blade equipped. Why am I suddenly going at that angle? That's gonna launch me into the tree. Ugh. That's not a good angle. It's not a good height. That's not a good height. Let's try this. Okay, let's try this. My positioning is going to be totally off here. But, whatever. Nope, not possible from that angle. Oh my god, this bear has a lot of health. Jeez. That bear just took 5 bomb arrows to kill. Okay, Rinoya. I think this might honestly end up being the last shrine that we do today. I'm probably gonna end it around here. Dang it, it's back up there. Ooh, I have an idea. No. No. Okay, I don't know how to do a wall jump. That didn't work. Okay, well, let's try this again. Don't get stuck this time, please. Dang it. Why does it keep getting stuck? Oh. Maybe because I'm not being smart? There we go. Got it. That is not possible with a shield jump. But you know what it is possible with? Not that. I was gonna try to shield jump and then pull out the paraglider. Okay, we're just gonna go straight for the paraglider. What? What? Well, I have an idea, but I don't entirely know how I'm going to pull it off. Aha! I did it! Wait, the orb fell. What? What made the orb fall? There wasn't anything to make the orb fall. Why did the orb fall? How did the orb end up there? What? The orb is on top now. Somewhere. Nope, the orb fell back down. I can still reach it. Okay. I can still reach it. Or I can just fall back down. Okay, well, I'll put it there. And just shield jump across. I did all of that for an ancient core. I did all of that for an ancient core. My Korok counter is not up to date. Because of course it's not up to date. Why is it never up to date? I can never seem to keep it up to date. I don't know why. You have a quest for me, which I will pick up. Okay. Done that. And this is where we will end for today. So, it's been nice to come back to Breath of the Wild, honestly. And we will be back with Breath of the Wild again tomorrow. So, this is where we're gonna end. Let's figure out somebody to raid. Ooh, nice. Well, not for me. I don't like hot chocolate, but I would go for a hot cup of tea instead. But this was fun. I mean, we made some progress on 100%. We learned how to do one form of wind bombs. It was fun. I had a lot of fun today. I'm thinking tomorrow we spend more time Korok hunting and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna end up spending time off stream putting down more stamps. I might. Just so that I don't have to do it on stream and we can focus on stream and actually spend the stream focused on getting the Koroks as opposed to just figuring out where they are. We'll see about that one. But so I might spend some time doing that. We'll see. But I will see you tomorrow. OT. Stardew later. I'm gonna have to get dinner first and all of that good stuff. So it's gonna... I don't know. So we'll figure out a time. Let's see. Who should we raid today? I think I know who to raid. I think I know who I'm going to raid. Let's see, what's going on over here? I'm on a black screen. Oh. I was like, I know who we can raid. It's still on the stream starting soon page. So maybe not. Or do we still want to do it anyway? Do we want to do that anyway? Maybe we do it anyway. Hi, Nova. Welcome in. I'm just figuring out who to raid. Don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow with more and... Ooh, wait, Lavender Moon. Okay, hold on. Lavender Moon 30. Is that correct? Yes. Just a little bit ago, on a day... Yep, no, I'm over there. I'm on it. Just 2 days ago, she actually followed me. So that's actually that's good. So I'm going to start by dropping a follow myself. Over there. And then... we're gonna raid her. So, I will see you tomorrow with more Breath of the Wild. Unless you go and watch LT's stream later. Yes? Here's our raid message. LT, I can do it quickly. I have a button on my stream deck. I just hit the button and it does it. So copy this. If you're not subbed, don't copy the emotes. And let's head on over to Lavender Moon. See you tomorrow.